Have you ever asked yourself, why does Allah repeat the same stories in the Quran? The story of Prophet Musa alayhi salam comes again and again. The story of Adam alayhi salam, the story of Iblis, the story of Nuh alayhi salam, over and over. Some people think, I already heard this. Why is it repeated? But Allah never does anything without wisdom. Every word in the Quran is there for a reason. Every repetition has a purpose. And when you understand that reason, it will open your heart to the Quran in a new way. Today, we will learn why Allah repeats stories in the Quran. We will use only Quran, Hadith, and the words of the true Islamic scholars, and we will explain in very easy English. So, even if you don't know advanced Islamic terms, you will understand everything, inshallah. After this video, you will never look at the Quran the same again. You will see how Allah speaks to you again and again through these repeated stories. The first reason Allah repeats stories in the Quran is because we forget. Allah created us. He knows us better than we know ourselves. The human heart becomes hard. We become busy. We get distracted. We stop thinking about Allah. So Allah repeats these stories to remind us again and again. Look at this verse. So remind, for indeed the reminder benefits the believers. Quran, Surah number 51, verse 55. Allah is telling us you need reminders. Even if you know something, hearing it again helps your heart. Let's take the story of Prophet Musa alayhi salam. It is repeated more than any other story in the Quran. Why? Because it teaches so many lessons. The courage of Musa alayhi salam, his trust in Allah, his dua when he was afraid, how Allah saved him from Pharaoh. But Allah doesn't just tell it once, He tells it again and again, and each time we learn something new. In Surah Al Araf, the story focuses on the struggle between truth and falsehood. In Surah Taha, Allah shows us how close He was to Musa, how He guided him step by step. In Surah Qasas, Allah gives us more details about Musa's early life, how he was saved as a baby, how he grew up in Pharaoh's house. The same story but different lessons. Just like a teacher who reminds you again and again, Allah is the best teacher. And when Allah repeats something, it means it's important. Just like when your mother says, pray, pray, don't forget to pray. She says it not to annoy you, but because she cares. Allah repeats not because we don't know, but because He loves us and wants us to remember. So, next time you read a story again in the Quran, don't skip it. Ask yourself, what is Allah trying to teach me this time? Because every repetition has a new message if your heart is open. Another reason why Allah repeats stories in the Quran is because each time there is a new lesson. You might read the same verse in one year and feel nothing, but next year you read the same verse and it touches your heart deeply. Why? Because your heart is different now. Life changed you, pain changed you, struggles opened your eyes, and Allah knew this story will help you right now. That's why Allah tells the same story again in a different place. Each version shows a new part of the wisdom. Think again about Prophet Musa alayhi salam. In one surah, Allah shows how Musa alayhi salam faced Pharaoh with courage. In another surah, Allah shows how Musa alayhi salam made mistakes and still Allah forgave him. So one time you learn about bravery, another time you learn about hope after you sin. Same prophet but different lessons because Allah knows what you need and when you need it. Some people say it feels repetitive, but it's not just repeated, it's strategically repeated, like a teacher who explains one lesson in five different ways. So every type of student understands. Some people connect with emotions, some with logic, some with stories, and Allah includes all of these for every kind of heart. Remember, the Quran is not just a book of stories, it is a book of guidance. And stories are one of the most powerful ways to guide the heart because the human heart loves stories. We remember them, we learn from them, we change because of them. So when you see a repeated story in the Quran, Remember, it's not just a story, it's guidance from the one who created you, from the one who knows your pain, from the one who wants your heart to wake up again and again until it finally does. Another reason why stories are repeated is because the Quran speaks to every generation. It's not only for people 1400 years ago, it's also for us today, right now, and the people after us. So when Allah repeats a story, it speaks in a new way for a new time. Same truth, but new heart hears it differently. These stories are not just information, they are healing, they are comfort, they are reminders when we forget. Some days you feel strong, some days you feel broken, but the same story speaks to you in both moments because Allah knows your soul better than anyone. Another wisdom in repetition is that each time Allah adds a new piece, the full story comes together piece by piece. Like a painting, every color matters. If you only see one part, you miss the full beauty. That's why Allah spreads the story across many surahs, many situations, many lessons. And when you read all of them, you finally see the masterpiece. Some people ask, why not just say the story once? But that's not how the human heart works. We forget, we fall, we lose focus. So the Quran brings us back again and again until the truth sticks deep inside us. Every repetition is love, every repeated verse is a rope pulling your heart closer. Don't get tired of the Quran repeating things. Get amazed because it means Allah never gave up on you. He keeps sending the same message until your heart finally hears it. One more reason Allah repeats stories is to protect the Quran. Repetition makes it impossible to forget. The more we hear something, the deeper it goes into our hearts. That's why millions have memorized the Quran word for word, and no other book in history has ever been memorized like this. Allah made His words easy to remember. Even children can learn them. New Muslims can understand them slowly, step by step. Repeating helps us catch what we missed the first time. The second time we understand deeper. The third time it reaches our soul. Even the companions of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, were amazed when verses were repeated. Some of them cried just by hearing one verse again and again, because the more they heard it, the more they felt its truth. One of them said, I heard Surah Ar-Rahman, and every time Allah said, which of the favors of your Lord will you deny? It felt like He was speaking only to me. That's the power of repetition. In school, we repeat to remember, but in the Quran, we repeat to awaken. These are not just words, they are light. Every time you hear the story again, Allah is giving you a second chance to feel it, a third chance to change, a fourth chance to wake up your heart. The Quran isn't repeating because you didn't understand, it repeats because Allah loves you too much to let you forget. He wants the truth to live inside your soul forever. Let's remember what we have learned so far. Allah repeats stories in the Quran for many powerful reasons. First, to teach us step by step. Second, to help our hearts remember. Third, because we forget, but Allah never does. Fourth, so every generation understands His message. Fifth, because the Quran is not a storybook, it's a book of guidance, mercy, and truth. When you hear a verse again, don't skip it, don't rush it. Instead, pause and listen like it's the first time, because maybe this time your heart is finally ready to receive it. Every repetition is a gift, every story a door. Allah keeps opening it, waiting for us to walk through. Don't just read the Quran, let it read you. Let it shape your heart line by line until you are someone who doesn't just know the truth but lives it. If this touched your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone you love. Subscribe to learn more about the Quran, Islam, and the mercy of Allah. May Allah open our hearts to His words. Ameen.